What's going on, everybody? We're back with our E3 coverage. I'm here with my boy Joysticks. Say what's up to everybody.
Yo.
By the way, if another motherfucker knock on my door trying to panhandle or something, I swear.
Yo, help some people out.
No, they're trying to. It's this company that comes around every now and then.
Buy their knives, Black.
No, they want you to sign up to their plan for your electricity. It's like, we'll save you money on your electricity. It's like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
You do want to save money on your electricity, though.
Yeah, that's why I turn off shit.
Like I'm supposed to. Talk to them, Black.
And I've started to like transfer all my bulbs to more power efficient. So fuck you. I don't need you.
But look, you worked in retail. You know how important it is.
I wasn't commission based and I wasn't door to door. Sorry.
Nah, you gotta help them out, Black.
No, I don't. This is funny because this one motherfucker came to my door and he had an attitude and was like, "Well, I guess you don't want to fucking save no money, huh?" And I was like, "Nope," and slammed the door in his face. What the fuck you getting mad at me for?
You're not helping him, bro.
All right, well then you find a better job. God damn it. Shit. Yeah. And I say that is to say not to disrespect everybody who do it, but him most definitely. Fuck out of here. Hope he doesn't make a sale. Anyway, so Square-Enix. Let's start off with them. Square-Enix did a half-an-hour conference. Or was it a conference? No, it wasn't a conference. It was a half-an-hour trailer fest, basically. So you said you didn't see this, right?
Yeah, I was sick this morning and ended up not being around to see it, which apparently I made the right decision.
Yeah, because what you missed trailers and announcements for different content, which is cool. Stuff that you could see just in like that. In fact, as I was saying before the podcast was at the DMV, in DMV hell, I'm dealing with tags and titles, and I actually watched most of the show, out in the parking lot of the DMV, switching off tags. And it was over before I even like finished doing the damn tags, to be quite honest. Like that's how fast this thing was. They started a little after 1 and they finished like literally what at 1:30, I think they officially ended. Like it was that short. You know, it was an episode of a sitcom, basically.
Yeah, people have been getting we're really mad about it too.
And I don't know why they're mad about it, because it's like it's fine that they didn't go and put on some grand show and presentation. I think I know why they're mad though, and we'll get to that when we get at the end. So
I want to laugh though, like Microsoft spent all the money buying all their announcements.
Well, that's the thing. They showed the stuff that they showed at Microsoft as well.
And a few things apparently. Well, we'll get into it. Let's just get.
Yeah, they did. So let's just started off with Tomb Raider gameplay. They actually showed more extensive gameplay of Tomb Raider, which was cool. And reiterated that it's coming out on the 14th of September. But yeah, it looks good. Yeah, Tomb Raider. And then they let me see just to make sure. Yeah, first up was Shadow of Tomb Raider, definitely. Yeah, so they showed like a good 5 minutes of gameplay or something like that. And then they went on to Final Fantasy 14, where they discussed the new expansion for that. You were right. They added there's a new expansion to Final Fantasy 14. Not only that, but there's a crossover too.
Third biggest MMO.
Yeah.
Or second biggest MMO, something like that. It's like up there in terms of numbers.
Yeah, it's got a ridiculous player base. But then they show like at the end there's going to be a crossover. There's going to be Monster Hunter Final Fantasy 14 crossover.
Capcom dropping money.
Yeah.
Smart deal.
Yeah, so that's going to have its own crossover.
All right, so question.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter for PC. Did they give a release date for it?
Well, it's Square, so no.
Capcom don't have it.
Yeah, but Capcom can do it on the floor. You know what I mean? We keep forgetting, like, the floor presentations and interviews, there are things that can happen, even if there isn't a big event press conference going on. You know what I mean? So, It can happen. I'm saying it can happen.
Fuck you. I blame you.
Okay, so that's fine. I'll take that L. Anyway, then they showed again the Adventures of Captain Spirit, and they confirmed yes, it is on all platforms. So
who thought it wasn't?
I again, people would come away because the way Microsoft frames things, the way companies think.
I believe it was console launch exclusive or world premiere. I think that was actually world.
Oh no, it seems like everything's going to be out on the 26th concurrently, from what this trailer said.
Well, then it might have been a world premiere. I'm not sure which one Microsoft put it.
Yeah, it probably was just a world premiere.
Which is my issue. Is like people just. I feel like everybody thinks that's the way Microsoft operates, but it's more like, things happen.
I know. It is a multi-plat game, so, and it's free again, to reiterate that. So if you want to play this, you just snatch it on the 26th of June. 15 days from now. Then they showed Dragon Quest 11.
That's dope.
And then announced another crossover between Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius,
the phone game.
So yes,
right?
There's a crossover. I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, there's a crossover with that coming soon. So
that's a September launch.
Yeah. And you also got a special edition announced called the Edition of Light for Dragon Quest 11. So that's cool. They showed a new IP from Platinum Games called Babylon's Fall. And I was kind of weirded out because I was like, what is this? Who is that chick on the screen? What is going on here? Mm-hmm. And then I saw it. It's like, oh, yeah. I mean, it looks cool. It does look cool.
You know what came up in my mind recently while watching all this E3 stuff?
What?
Deep Down must really be dead.
Yeah. That's a Sony exclusive that nobody's thought about, ain't it?
Yeah, because like I forget what game when Shadows Die Twice was being announced before they confirmed what it is. Like a few games have popped up. They're like character action games. I'm like, oh, this must be, and it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. And it's like, okay, then.
Yeah, nah, it's so, but
yeah, Babylon's Fall. It looks. I saw the trailer for this. It looks really like pretty.
Yeah,
but then again, a lot of Square games look really.
Yeah, pretty. But I mean, Platinum does some pretty dope action adventure games.
Platinum.
They. It depends on what studio. Let me reframe that. Depending on which Platinum studio is working on it, they can do some dope action adventure games. Okay, I had to clarify that. Like, is this going to be Platinum A, B, or C?
Nah, Platinum always makes good games. There's never been a bad Platinum game.
Oh, okay.
That released. Because, Scalebound kind of died.
I guess. Although we still... Ninja Theory. Yeah, I'm telling you. Ninja Theory anyway.
What about Ninja Theory? What?
They are going to make the next Scalebound.
Uh-huh. What else happened? I'm just
telling you.
You want to make another bet?
For what? I'm not buying you shit else. What else is there?
Mean? If Scalebound is not Ninja Theory's next game, you buy me the game, and I buy it for you if it is. Don't take that bet. You're betting on like a one, like the one property.
It's like, what am I buying? If it's not a game, what am I buying you? Like, I'm buying an art book.
I really wish it was a follow up to Hellblade. Hellblade's really good.
It could be. I mean, shit. They probably are going to do that. I think they are going to do that just to be spiteful now, because they have it. Although, is it? Yeah,
it's their property.
It's their property, so yeah, because they put it on all platforms. So yeah, no, they can do that shit. Microsoft can Bayonetta that shit now.
But what else happened? Because
after that, they of course talked about Nier Automata coming on the Xbox.
It's on the Microsoft store too.
Yes, with enhancements.
Your favorite platform to buy games on.
Again, it came out on PlayStation 4. I'm good, and it's on sale right now. I think for like $20, so I'm good.
Oh, you should buy that game. It's on sale.
Yeah, I need to buy
like a normal.
Yeah. Like a normal person. Does it matter? They're both
No, one is definitely better. I'm sorry, Microsoft. Your store is. I've not had very
Oh
many
no, I
problems
thought
with
you were
it.
talking about like me between the choice of buying it on PlayStation 4 right now on
Oh,
sale.
I mean,
Oh no, if I had to choose between the Microsoft Store, yeah, no, fuck that.
that's what I said.
If it's
No,
on Steam or
it
Microsoft
is.
Store,
It's on
I
Steam.
even had like my boy who's a staunch Microsoft fan. Even he was like, "Yeah, I hate the Microsoft Store. I can't deal with that shit myself, and I'm a fanboy." So yeah, nah, nah, yeah, no, nope. And we will not be going with the Microsoft version if there's a choice. Only if I have no choice at all. Anyway, they showed something called Octopath Traveler, which is a Nintendo Switch game. And then they showed more Just Cause 4. Uh, Talked about the open world and how it now has like crazy weather shit going on.
See, that's great, but if I'm being legit, can we not do that on consoles?
What?
The last time it had problems running Just Cause 3 on console.
Yeah, I know.
And now they're
That's the
adding
funny part.
tornadoes to the middle of it. That's not me even
Yeah,
trying to. I'm just at like for
and
experience.
enhanced AI for the enemies.
I'm for the experience
Also,
of it
you can
all.
grapple multiple things.
For the experience of it all, please.
Well, you'll find out on December 4th.
Okay.
And then they showed a new IP called The Quiet Man for PS4 and PC. I don't think they showed. I think they showed a cinematic trailer for that, but I don't think they showed gameplay.
I think what I read about that is you're supposed to be like a fighter that's deaf.
That actually sounds dope because that sounds like some crazy ass kung fu movie concept that would be actually fun to play.
I think that's what I read on one of the articles or something I was getting into when I missed it. That was the concept for it.
Like, hey, make it some unbok type shit, and I'm in. And then, of course,
I'm
they
just waiting
ended.
for it. I'm just
No, this
waiting
is
for it.
it. They ended with the Kingdom Hearts stuff again. They confirmed that you're going to be in Hercules World, Monsters Inc., Toy Story, Frozen, Big Hero 6, Tangled, and then some of the older.
So far,
levels.
they confirmed everything that everybody knew.
Yeah, yeah,
it's just they
and
showed footage of it.
then that's it.
It's not bad. It's a very good thing. Yeah. And then
that's it.
I mean, again, Black. If I would be lying if I didn't say I have not watched that trailer like 15 plus times.
I'm pretty sure.
And then they showed some story stuff, some story tidbits that have my mind running and rolling and thinking, about how everything's going to play out for Kingdom Hearts 3.
But yeah, no, that was it. That was the end of the show. Like I said, 22 minutes. No hyperbole, no like.
But that's what's weird to me, right? So if I'm being honest, what's weird to me is knowing the conferences today and knowing what they had. They announced the Kingdom Hearts release date Sunday morning at 1:30 Eastern.
Yeah, during a concert.
That's weird. That's
like I said, weird. I think the only big thing that you might get is Sony probably has it on stage and they're playing like extensively.
Well, my thing is that they said that they're going to be seeing through. You can look at the Square-Enix is one of the better channels on E3 during E3 time to like show more of their content, just to show more stuff.
Honestly, they're one of the better channels, period. Because they do a lot of like random just gameplay streams. Like, so of course, they're at odd hours of the day because they're a Japanese company. But if you go look at their Twitch channel, you can see a lot of it. You play
any game that you're interested in, I would tell you to check it out because you'll probably get some type of a update.
Yeah, some type of dev diary or gameplay demo, something. But yeah, but that was it for Square. Now that you know everything that was on there, what's your thoughts?
just gotta say this. I think they did what EA did, but they had a lot less to show. And so it ends up being a worse conference, and it doesn't feel like they did.
I don't think it's the worst conference because I just feel like it wasn't a conference. It's like rated. That's the thing. That was the funny thing when I was doing my like video. I kind of felt weird because it's kind of hard to rate something that's not really in comparison. You know what I mean? It was more of just like a random live stream to show you content, not a conference. You know what I mean?
Well, and so I was trying to. A lot of people will be mad at this, but one thing historic that has always been true, as somebody that's been constantly following Square-Enix for games, they are more likely to show something off at Tokyo Game Show in September.
Yeah, and that's
than they are to show something at E3. You'll get some announcements, but gameplay, like every year, the real Kingdom Hearts news comes out. Games come, and then especially at Tokyo Game Show. You don't usually get it at E3 beyond like just the announcement of the thing existing. And that's why I guess I didn't have the biggest expectation. Like today's so far, the conferences I've seen very much like people thought. Once, like, it's like the Skate 4 thing carried over. People's have like a lot of ideas of what's coming. And they're like, well, Square, you didn't show off. What is it?
Oh, you know what's the biggest thing they're angry about?
Final Fantasy. They didn't show off any Final Fantasy stuff. But you got new IPs. Everybody knows they're working on it. I believe something was like shown of the Final Fantasy game recently too, like a trailer or something, or maybe screenshots. Forget. I thought I saw something dealing with Final Fantasy 7.
Like I think there was something like that. Yeah.
And so it doesn't.
Not enough.
Gamers, be mad at them, but don't be mad at Bethesda for literally. I'm still mad about that. Bethesda seriously got points for Bethesda, like just cashed in on people wanting shit and just saying like the words.
Oh yeah, because we're Bethesda. Do what they want.
They'll tell you 3 years out from launch and then not mention it again. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep going up on the days. By the way, eventually we'll tell you a decade out from launch.
So basically, what you're saying is Elder Scrolls 6 on the PS Cloud, MS Cloud, not even the 5 or the Xbox.
They did say next generation experiences.
Sure.
So you know what that means, Black. A new generation means
you gonna hold this L and wait. That's what they're telling y'all. So, man, oh well. But yeah, that was Square-Enix. So let's move on to Ubisoft.
Ubisoft?
Yeah, I actually pronounced it correctly. Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Because they're base. Like, people are also mad at them.
I gotta say, I don't know why they're mad at them.
Because the thing they thought was going to be announced wasn't announced. Although people seem to be a lot more tolerant because they just showed off a lot of good shit.
What the fuck were they expecting for them to announce?
Splinter Cell.
Oh my god. Shit the hell up.
People aren't like really mad. They're not like EA mad. But they're frustrated that we didn't get a Splinter Cell.
Anyway, let's just start. So you got a dancing panda.
Look, people be getting mad at that shit. On the real though. Yeah, the dances are at least kind of like that was kind of entertaining. Like that entire sequence.
And I give them credit that, like, while I kind of missed the cringeworthy, like, here's a famous celebrity doing a whole ass set for you in the middle of a gaming show.
Those dancers they got did it. Like they put it down.
I mean, it was short. It did what the game does, and it just says, "Yeah, just dance." Okay, we're out. Bye. You know, I mean, for a game show intro, it's one of the more better ones because usually when they're game themed intros, you get that fucking like Microsoft poncho shit or some of the things that Nintendo has done in the past. That it's just like, yeah, but this is just like, yeah, okay, it's perfect. This is a dance game, so we're gonna have people play music and dance, and it's like starting off an award show. Shit. All right. Cool. So I mean, yeah. It was fine. That was fine. I'm not mad at them for that. Actually, more mad at them for another musical session. No, for this. But
he's mad. All right, but what came? What
All right, so they start the show off with Beyond Good and Evil.
Yes.
Some cinematic stuff, which looked very, very cool. They didn't give a release date, which okay. I kind of didn't expect a release date for that game.
I think that's going to be their 2019 hitter anyway. Like,
yeah,
if not early 2020.
Honestly, it's probably going to be a February game.
No, I don't think it's February. It's not February next year. If you're dropping it February, now is the time to announce it.
It's then, I guess, March. Okay.
No, I mean, like, if you are dropping...
I'm saying, if it's not going to be February, then I say March.
All right. You want to make another bet?
You just trying to, like, build your library off me, ain't you? No. I've made two mistakes.
That's a fall game. That's a fall game. That's 100% going to be the game Ubisoft banks a year on.
As your boy J. Cole said, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace sign, load the chopper, let it rain on you. I'm not doing the third time, son. I'm not doing the third time.
What you mean? Modem and I not Modem. Sorry, Sumo and I are different people.
I don't care. You're not. No. I'm done. Put it this way, if I do it, it will be with a third different person. That way I could just spread the misery. I'm not going to lose to you twice. I've made the mistake. Again, fool me one time.
I didn't fool you.
No. Why don't you make a bet where you buy me something? Shit.
You're gonna be mad. Would I? Because I'm gonna make the bet. I know I'm not gonna lose. When you said, like, my issue was just like, when you said September, and I was like, there ain't no way this game coming out this year. Fuck September. I was happy. But I mean, if you want to figure out the game,
whatever. And then
you want me to play realize on where the next Assassin's Creed will be after this year?
No. Because I needed it to be something like I'm fucking like I needed this bet to happen with Spider-Man. Something like that. Like, while I'm hyped for Assassin's Creed because I'm an Assassin's Creed fan, is not that much hype, you know. I mean, shit, I didn't even buy Origins. Even though I beat it, I didn't buy it.
You didn't buy the actual best Assassin's Creed game?
Huh? Yeah, I know the second best, or probably the best. Now that I think of it, I say second best, but having if I really think about it, yeah, it probably is the fucking best Assassin's Creed.
They finally made enough games to decide to make it an action RPG, action adventure RPG.
It's not even just the fact that it's an action adventure RPG. It's just like the open world scope is actually so.
I saw somebody joke that they're just taking the good shit from The Witcher.
Yeah. No, I don't agree, but
definitely not the combat, as you say, because something.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, The Witcher didn't invent the ability to tell good side stories within a game.
It did.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. They do it well, but they weren't the first and only people to do it. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Come on.
No, you're wrong.
Whatever. This is people. No.
But yeah, Ubisoft, more of the conference. I'm trying to keep us focused because we have a tendency to.
Yeah, to stray off
when we're not mad.
Although Ubisoft is pretty easy to go through because you had the Beyond Good and Evil 2. Then they brought out fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt to talk about some music project that he's working on.
Well, so for Beyond Good and Evil, they are doing that whole let's build the world with the viewers, and so they're Jason Gordon-Levitt has a company called Hit Record. where you can submit. They have like different challenges. So things that'll be playing on the radio, billboards, graffiti, art, design, stories. All the artists out there, they're letting you submit it under checkout, hit record, hit record. God, hit not record. I believe it is what it is. Google it to find out the different.
Like you can do music and all that. They kind of stress music, but I guess video too because they showed a panel where you can see.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was just music, but we're looking at this now. It's like,
they said everything. They said a writer because they specifically mentioned the writers, artists, and musicians.
Yeah, so get on you. That's cool. Then they talked about Rainbow Siege after that. By the way, for those who didn't see it, spoilers: the Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer ended with Jade looking like she's the villain.
They even said specifically she's the nemesis.
Oh, she clearly proved that when she walks out with a bloody ass fucking sword.
Oh, was it when her ship ate theirs?
Yeah,
that wasn't good enough.
But no, the fact that you realize, like, yo, she not only just devoured the ship, but she running through the ship, murdering people. Okay, pretty bad. What are you doing?
Yeah, like Beyond Good and Evil looks really good. I'm the rules I've set for myself going forward. If it doesn't have a release date, you're not to get hyped about it.
Yeah. Cool. I think they probably do it on Gamescom though.
Yeah. I just don't think they're going to release that. I think it'll be into next year. I think you take another year after this.
Yeah,
take another year off of Kingdom, or you take a year off of Assassin's Creed.
Well, I don't know. They still have slight window to do it this year because they don't have a late year game.
My thing is, I don't think you announce. It's not a game that you announce 3 months out. You gotta even somebody like Bethesda with something as big as Fallout. They seem to always want to give it 5 to 6 months.
I don't know. I guess if I would say this, if they don't say Assassin's Creed this year, then they say this
year. That was it October? Odyssey's October, I think.
I didn't see a release date.
I saw one on screen. 1 second. Keep going and I will pull it up.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. There it is. So after Joseph Gordon-Levitt left, they talked about Rainbow Six. 35 million players not concurrently, but overall, they've had 35 million people play it. Talking about the events that are coming up, the community, the new agents or whatever they call them. I forget what they call them.
October 5th.
Oh, it's October 5th. Okay, cool. I'm good with that. But
damn, I should have made a bet with you about Assassin's Creed. Nah, I'm not gonna fix a bet. I would never do that.
Whatever.
Fun.
Again, fool me one time.
I mean, if you fool me, then it counts as we both fooled each other, so we can play the game again.
Okay. Anyway, they talked about the esports stuff, yada yada yada. Then they went on to fucking finish Super Dave, as I've dubbed him, coming out and making a fool of himself on stage. The lead designer of Trials. You didn't see that?
Oh, nah. Trials was I kind of turned my brain off for a little
bit. No, the guy comes out in the Super Dave outfit on a bike.
Oh,
gets off the bike, jumps up on stage, and falls through the podium or whatever it was he fell through. I'm like, your wife.
The death montage was funny.
Yeah, no, for the game stuff was, but I'm like, dude, your wife and kids must really hate.
Nobody knows who he is.
They know you. I'm sure somewhere in Finland they probably do know, and they probably were looking at that and like, oh, your dad.
He's a great actor.
Your dad. His kids are at school right now fighting. Even though
my dad's cool.
In Finland, it's probably midnight, but they're in the playground somewhere fighting.
So Ubi,
but Trials is coming to all platforms.
They got a YouTuber doing their tutorial mode.
Yeah. By the way, there's a beta, closed beta. You can sign up for that. That game comes out in February as well.
Yep.
There you go. Add
It's really
another one.
funny for those out there that are wondering. Like, I feel like low key the first yesterday really kind of tired me out of just announcements.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of release dates this year. You really aren't getting, and especially with the Ubisoft show, they put out a lot of release dates or release windows, if not the day.
If I was going to be honest, I would say like 40% of release dates are within 2018, and then like 60 are 2019 at some point. And
yeah, but you're getting like early 2019. Like out of that 60, it's almost a 50-50 split between
like 30% are like first half, like March, first quarter almost even. Like, because the amount of stuff coming out between January to March is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very, and we got DLC content coming as well. We'll get to that in a second, but they showed the Division 2 some more gameplay. Talked about it, the setting. It's funny because I pulled up the Forbes thing and I found it funny that the guy was saying he finds it disappointing that they going to DC. Where the fuck do you want them to go? Like, it's like, fuck. Like, maybe he lives in DC and he's just mad because Trump is here now. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, like the setting's fine. It actually has a DC is not a bad setting for a post-apocalyptic game.
But you know that I was hype for the Division 2 stuff.
The announcements of the episodes and the free content.
Fuck that. I don't care about that. You know me. I don't care if I have to pay for content for the most part.
Well, I mean, they didn't necessarily say the big episodes were free, but they were saying that they.
Well, no, all three of the. I think they said all three of the episodes were free. Like all that content.
So all three of them are gonna free. I didn't know if they distinguished.
I feel like they're trying to. They were going big on community, and although they did, well, we'll get to Assassin's Creed a little bit later. But no, raids are coming to the Division 8-man raids.
Yeah, the first time you can have 8 people get together,
and that's gonna be good. Give me raids and PvE games, and I'll be happy. It's just another day that I get to do ridiculous shit.
Yeah, you have fun with that. Although, I don't know, maybe I would be more into raids in the setting like that.
Destiny 2 raids aren't that bad.
No, they're not.
Destiny 1 raids weren't that bad. Y'all just didn't know how to sit in the same place for 6 hours.
No, it's not that. It's just that I've never been a raid person in any game.
We gotta change that. Anthem will change that. Don't worry.
Maybe.
But what was Division's release date? March 15th?
15.
Again, another first quarter game.
So yeah, 2 weeks after you're done with Crackdown and Metro, and
y'all keep saying that. Everybody keeps telling me 2 weeks. Somebody put that out. Well, what are you playing on February 22nd? Anthem. What about after that? Metro. And just like its title, Days Gone is gone from my mind. I'm not.
Yeah, no. The way that these arguments are framed is that you can't play a game unless it's on the release date.
Yeah, for me, like I'm gonna play most of them. The only one I don't have interest in is Days Gone, personally. He's personal.
Yeah.
You know what would be a giant fuck you to that day though?
What?
I'm gonna need Kojima to come out tonight and say that.
No, Sony's not gonna.
I would love that.
Sony is not going to fuck Ben over like they're not gonna fuck Sony Ben like that. They respect Sony Ben.
It'll come out in March and it'll still fuck them over.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem. Like it'll come out within a month after that, and then it'll be like, yeah.
Every time you've now told me that they're not gonna fuck over Sony Ben or somebody, I will just pull up the example of if they think they have really good games, they don't care because they dropped Neo and Horizon within 2 weeks of each other. They really
but they knew those were two different audiences.
Days Gone and Death Stranding aren't two different audiences?
Not enough.
Like if you give me the two options, I'm taking a
not enough
game over a zombie game.
Yeah, I know, but not enough.
Okay.
I feel like when I say that, it's like some people aren't totally into the Souls games, so they can wait on Neo, and vice versa. Those who are seriously into the Souls games can wait on Horizon. But Horizon being a big action adventure, like it's for the action adventure crowd, and
as good as both those games were, they still got fucked by Nintendo. So I guess we're all good. Don't worry, everybody. Smash is coming out in March.
Well, no, Horizon did very, very well. Actually, Horizon was #1 up until.
I'm saying it was #1 because it came out the week before. It did.
But no, it was like it sold like 2 or 3 million in that like week and a half. That's what I'm saying. So it's not like
it'll do all right. I feel like Days Gone first and last. Ricky Bobby told me that. All right,
I get that, but
Black is a competition. My company has to win. All right.
Sony, I think Sony was very happy with their investment. But no, like,
so we get
I think like Days Gone. A lot of people already have framed it in their minds like it's just another one of these games, so it's already running behind.
I feel like if we're being honest, and like Metro is the clear favorite on the day. If I'm being honest. Then Anthem has people's attention, and then you have
Anthem's going to be the biggest one.
Then you have Days Gone and whatchamacallit, Crackdown.
No, Anthem's going to be the biggest seller one.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying Days Gone and Crackdown are going to be the two smaller ones compared to everything else in the day. Also, we're supposed to get Destiny DLC in spring, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bungie tries to compete with Anthem. Wouldn't be surprised on that one. But back to Ubisoft.
Nah, I just don't think. No. March 15th is a good enough date. But after that, they showed the thing that bothered me. Like, if you're gonna do a musical segment, do you really need to do the music from Rabbids?
Yes. What do you mean? That was delightful.
Okay.
So really trying to tell me that wasn't delightful? Okay. Nah, you're just a hater.
So
you're just a hater.
So there's a Rabbids game.
Which I don't know why they chose that title.
Cool.
The title is too long.
What, Mario Rabbids? Whatever.
Mario Rabbids, The Fallen Kingdom, Donkey Kong Adventure. Something that's I get tired just thinking about the title. It's way too long. But yeah, we had Donkey Kong DLC. And apparently the Donkey Kong Rabbit is more diesel than Donkey Kong himself.
Well, of course, because rabbits are just weird fucking mutants. Like, honestly, though, I don't mind this because it's like, yeah, why wouldn't you do this? This game was a sleeper hit. So fuck it.
I'll take more Mario XCOM.
Yeah, like you came out with a Mario RTS and people loved it. Fuck. So yeah. But good on you, Ubisoft, because you're still supporting games as time goes on, and not letting them just fall to the wayside. Cool. Then you got Assassin's Creed Boats Only.
Hey,
which I joke when I say that because Skull and Bones look good.
I've seen less people say that. More people say it's the actual good version of.
Good version of Sea of Thieves, which is funny because in this live blog that I said that this dude basically says like sounds a lot less like a less cartoony Sea of Thieves, which is a sort of true thing because you are playing the life of a pirate. Like I said in my video that I did, it's Sea of Thieves. If it was done like our Hollywood production perception of pirates, which is what a lot of people, when you think about being a pirate, you think about traveling the high seas, and raiding ships, and plundering, all of that stuff. Like the real high extreme adventure thing. Where Sea of Thieves, it is the pirate's life, but you have a lot of the mundane. Like you gotta build the ship, you gotta trim the sails and weigh anchor, scrub the deck. Sometimes you guys sit around and you play music and drink. It's like a real pirate game, but maybe that's not necessarily what a lot of people want. They want just the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, and this game is delivering. It's basically, delivering on that high, intensity action level of the pirate thing.
It does look really good.
Yeah. And because they've cut away all the like mundane stuff, like you have to control certain aspects of the ship, it makes it easier for people who just want to play by themselves sometimes. So, it makes it a game that you don't just have to wait for a bunch of people to pick up or to get on to have fun. Yeah. So, smart move. It looks cool. Then we got Elijah Wood.
Mr. Frodo.
Frodo came out and announced a game. Frodo is making a video game. It's a VR game called Transference, which looks like a psychological thriller. Where you're a kid. Yeah, which makes it even more terrifying because you're a kid.
The theme of you not being able to fight back in these thrillers, psychological games, and horror games has continued. And I'm all right with that because I don't play them that often. It looked cool. It looked fun. It sounded ominous and creepy as fuck.
Yeah, it definitely did. But yeah, Elijah Woods is now making video games. Good on him, I guess. Sure. The hell is Stormland, by the way? I just peeped in on the PC game.
You're asking way too many questions from Insomniac.
Yeah, I see. Oculus.
The VR game.
Step into the Rift. Get an Oculus.
But
all right.
I'm trying to think of what else is there in the Ubisoft? Like, I mean, there's the thing in the Ubisoft that we haven't gotten to, the big one.
What, the next thing?
Was that the last thing?
No.
Okay, I really forgot about the Ubisoft.
No, next up was Starlink.
See, I forgot about that because they tried to
Hey, they honored
they had a great moment that is not going to help their game save us. So ridiculous. It'll sell well.
It will sell ridiculous, but on platform.
No, it won't.
You know that what they did is going to sell it on the Switch.
Yeah, but I don't think like people aren't going to buy that game purely for that. I'm like, it's a dope moment.
You don't think Nintendo fans are going to buy that IP because a Nintendo thing is in it?
Not if they'd announce not if they actually announce Grand Prix tomorrow.
Yeah, but Grand Prix is not going to be this year.
Sure.
So this is the whet the appetite. This will whet the appetite. I'm trying to tell
you, it's amiibo fatigue, and like the whales don't matter. The whales are going to buy everything, but the average Joe is not. I don't think you're buying that game.
I'm talking about the fanatic Nintendo base.
Fanatic doesn't matter.
That loves Star Fox. I'm not talking about just the regular fanatics. I'm talking about those who are obsessed with Star Fox. There is a set of fans, you know this, that think Star Fox is this wondrous, glorious thing.
It is, though.
And I'm sorry, but Star Fox is not. Like, I remember when I was a kid being awed by the polygonal graphics because at the time it was something you never seen, but I grew out of that. There's a lot of people who still haven't grown out of that. That's why they ran and screamed and kicked to get that SNES Classic, because they had to have Star Fox 2. They just had to have this piece of history. And then when the last Star Fox game, people had to have that because, my God, it's a Star Fox game. It was a horrible Star Fox game, and they realized that after they bought it, but they bought that game because it's Star Fox. Like, Fox McCloud is fucking revered. He's a revered character, Nintendo characters have that type of reverence. with their group, the people who love them. So yeah, this is going to sell that game. It may not make like, you know, a gajillion like sales. Like it's not going to be in ridiculous amount of sales, but it's going to be a significant enough sales that it's going to make it worth it for Ubisoft. Nostalgia and fanboyism are mixed together.
It'll help the game, but it's not gonna make the game.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's gonna make the game. I'm just saying people are gonna buy that shit. They're gonna buy it big time. I'm not saying this is what's gonna make the game.
That's like somebody assuming I'm gonna buy I would buy a Switch if they put a Kingdom Hearts character in Smash. There's like a 30% chance that happens. And by that, I mean I buy the game.
Right. Yeah, see? Exactly. Exactly, sir. So, yeah.
It's a joke. I wouldn't buy it just for that. All right. What's next, though? Let's keep the...
if this shit happens, I'm going to say things about you, sir. Definitely going to say things about you. We'll see, but yeah, they showed that they brought Miyamoto on, and
presented him.
Emo did a nice presentation without going Jeff Keighley on it.
They're all weird. I'm good. He's just trying to do that to maintain their relationship.
Yeah, no, it was a good nod. We're cool together, and I like that we're cool. Please stay cool with us, for the love of God. Don't leave us.
Right.
Because Ubisoft is the one company that, like, out of all the big third parties, actually do try to cultivate their relationship with Nintendo on the more personal level. So, yeah. They're not just piecemeal with it. They're doing it because, we like our relationship. And it's paid off big for them. I mean, again, look at Rabbids.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like I don't know. I'm just going to chill. It looked good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it's going to be that like huge of a game. I mean, but then again, Ubisoft can kind of prove you wrong, because even if a game doesn't seem that popular, somehow
they'll keep it alive.
Popular. Yeah, it stays alive and it's more popular than you think, because we tend to think about things from a Western perspective. But, the Crew, which we'll talk about later, and For Honor, and even Steep and things like that. These are games that continually persist to have healthy fan bases, because outside of the United States, they rate high. So shit, from our Western perspective, they're not that big, but no, they maintain enough international attention to end up being worth it and make it worth Ubisoft's while to keep supporting them. So, I mean, that's why I just don't think that it's going to end up dying slowly. It's going to have some type of,
I mean, it will
because of that, and this helps. But yeah, it is what it is. By the way, after Starlink, they did show the aforementioned For Honor, which if you have a PC, you can go to Uplay and get the starter edition for free. I'm assuming the starter edition is just the base game.
I am not 100% sure. It's probably some basic heroes.
Yeah,
but it's good. Check it out.
I just figure it's the base game with the base campaign and like the base factions, because
it's really good. With Front Runner's gotten really good. They made a lot of improvements over the years.
Yeah.
It's worth checking out. Yeah, if you're into it, check it out.
Yeah, and then they announced a new DLC for it, Marching Fire. They are adding the Chinese Empire. So you get to play as Chinese faction. They're also adding a new game mode called Castle Siege. So that's cool. But yeah, check out For Honor. You get it for free if you got a PC to play it. Why not? Then they show us a Crew 2, which is again another game that people clowned and all that, but it survived and it ended up thriving more than it was thought to have.
I just don't get why I mean, the Crew's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
That's what I'm gonna leave it at. I'm being a positive.
getting boats and planes now, boats and hoes.
Yeah, no, it actually looks kind of. It comes out really soon too.
Yeah, it does. I think I forget when, but nah, it's cool. And then we get to the Assassin's Creed part, where they show gameplay and they let you know that you can play as either a guy or a girl. You can play as I forget who he is, but
They
he's like the
continue to
grand.
pander
He's
to the
the
SJWs on the internet and continue to ruin the hobby that we love in video games.
yeah, like calm down. It's the only pair of titties you're ever gonna see in your life. You better ask for more women in video game. Anyway, um, but yeah, it looks cool. It looks Assassin's Creed. I'm not gonna go into it deep because even as a fan, I know like there's no sense in like getting all hyped over it because it's gonna be an Assassin's Creed game. It's gonna do what Assassin's Creed do. I'm with that. Not everybody is. Like it didn't look like it brought anything new to the table. It definitely did look like they just took Origins and put it in the Greek Empire after it's supposed to follow after Leonidas and the Spartans stand against the Sumerians.
I thought it was actually like one of the characters were a continuation, and then I realized they weren't.
Yeah, no, it's doing I forget the name of the war that they said, but it's doing one of the popular Greek wars of the time. But your character is like the grandson of Leonidas because you actually carry the blade of Leonidas or more you know, more accurately, it's the tip of his spear. Apparently it was passed down to you. So you carry the spear that Leonidas fell with. So that's why you're able to kick people as hard as you fucking can off mountains.
Nah, they got some strength.
Yo,
like there was a dude that was definitely 3 times her size that she knocked back like 10 feet.
Like
feet. Like she handled.
Yeah, nah. Like you clearly the most powerful weapon in this game is your fucking feet because you are able to fucking punish the hell out of people if you kick them. Oh my god! But it's such a great animation though, and the fact that they put a little bit of slowdown to it, even like in regular combat, makes it even better because like you just are milking this fucking 300 shit. And of course you're Spartans anyway, so fuck it. Why not? That's what you do. Kick the shit out of people. You like cave chests in. Fuck it. But yeah, you get a choice of characters. You can play as the male or the female character. And they're both once you pick one, you're locked in with them. So I guess that's their way of giving you some kind of replayability when you think about it. Because you're going to get different perspectives. They're going to allow you to make choices in the game that will change the path of the main story and everything.
30 hours of recorded dialogue.
So yeah, they're expanding upon the RPG elements of it, definitely.
Skill trees. Yep.
But if you played Origins, it's great. If you haven't played Origins, that game is fucking great. You need to play Origins.
It's the worst Assassin's Creed
game. Worst of me by probably the best.
Worst at the being bad.
Yeah, it is worse at being like one that you can hate on because you can't hate on Origins. If you hate on Origins, you just don't want to play Assassin's Creed. Seriously.
But yeah, it looked good. Like I'm joking, but it definitely looked good. Assassin's Creed
Peloponnesian War, that's what it is. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed definitely took the steps it needed to make the kind of reinvigorate the game. The year off helped it. Year off in quotations. Not releasing the game helped them tremendously, and it looks really good. I can't wait for it. And they even had to tease a little bit of like just like with Egypt, they're going to tie mythology into it somewhat, with the labyrinth and the Minotaur being present.
Yeah, that threw me off because I'm like, is that a fucking Minotaur? Are y'all going there? Like, but okay, whatever.
We have perpetually flaming swords, and you fought
Yeah, when she sparked that
Literal
shit,
gods.
it was like she was cutting up
In
people.
Egypt, you fought literal gods.
I mean, hey, as long as I get some more Troy type action, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause she kind of did some stuff that was kind of Achilles disrespectful.
Hey, it's called Odyssey. So some shit, you know, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, you probably will run into. I mean, it's the Peloponnesian War.
Yep.
So,
and they always like to hit on the high points, the big points of
yo, you're gonna fight Ajax. Ajax. Well, no, Ajax is on your side, I guess, but maybe you will run into Ajax. I don't know.
Correct.
But yeah, you might kill Homer. It's gonna be sad. What if they make Homer a goddamn what's his name? Templar. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, like
they're already making the Athenians seem like.
I mean, they can make Paris one. I don't care.
They're making the Athenians seem like the villains. So you know.
Yeah.
Culture and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Fighting.
But yeah, that was pretty much it for Ubisoft. It's a pretty solid show in my mind, I think.
Yeah, I think it was solid. People expected things, but even with the stuff that they may have expected, it was good.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ubisoft has been pretty solid year in, year out for the most part, especially since they started dropping a lot of the fanfare. I still do kind of miss Aisha Tyler, but
yeah.
But it's like the more focusing on just their content and stuff like that, and just not trying to do dumb shit, with the exception of the trials thing. Like, I was like, dude, really? This really go somewhere. But yeah.
You sound mad, Black. Why are you mad?
I'm not mad. I'm just not feeling that shit. It was like,
you sound mad.
Okay, sure. That's on the list of things I need people to stop saying, like, because it doesn't necessarily reflect what is actually going on. It is annoying, but anyway,
you're just a Sony fanboy.
If by that you mean that, yeah, I like this because these games are going to be on my PlayStation too.
See, you had to bring up PlayStation when we're talking about Ubisoft. Such a fanboy.
Oh, okay, all right. Internet. Need you to calm down. Anyway, but yeah, no. Yeah, that was pretty much it for Ubisoft. So, any deep pulls or thoughts? Anything?
No, it was. I think in the past few years for me, these are the shows that don't hit me as hard because they feel more like just straight up press releases than anything else.
Yeah.
It's just that each company saying what's coming. They weren't as disrespectful as Bethesda. They seem to have some fun, so it's good.
Yeah, like if you thought this was I guess EA terrible, what's wrong with you?
I don't think EA was that bad either.
Yeah, I don't either. But
I don't think we've had a bad beyond Square. I don't think we've had an actually bad conference that lasted longer than you know.
You said beyond Square. You don't think Bethesda was bad? You don't think Bethesda's conference was bad?
No, I think it made me mad. Ultimately, what they showed was good. I think, it's the idea of content versus what I want to say here. Content versus production. No, performance. Bad performance. Content was fine.
I guess that's just me because you put on a bad presentation.
No, that's what I mean. But the contents of the presentation was still good.
Yeah. I guess I let presentation pull me out too much because that fucking Bethesda conference, I swear. That was something that pulled me. If there's anything to pull me out my element, that shit there.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, no, Ubisoft cool. Sure, they probably didn't show what you want, which is Splinter Cell or whatever, or Watch Dogs 3. But
I didn't Watch Dogs 3 was too soon. Like I was kind of joking when I said that before. It's way too soon.
No, I'm not talking about you. I just have heard lots of people.
People don't get that like Splinter Cell makes sense because how long it's been, but like Watch Dogs 3, you know.
Yeah, and I could see why Splinter Cell would be delayed because now knowing what we know about what they want from Splinter Cell, like if you haven't heard, Michael Ironside has revealed during when he came back for that small Ghost Recon Wildlands event that part of the reason why he wasn't Sam Fisher and they made the change, at least he didn't say that's why they made the change, but kind of hints to why they possibly made the change to a younger Sam Fisher with a different voice actor, was because he was battling fucking cancer and wasn't physically able to actually be available to work on the game. But now he's in better health, and so that raises the possibility. And if that raises the possibility, then hey, let this man.
Nah, I don't think it's coming back soon. I don't think it's coming back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's coming soon. I'm just saying, let this man do his thing and get shit set and let them work. Like, shut up. Don't just rush him back. Like, oh, you feeling better? Go ahead. Let's go. No, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah. Shit.
You say that.
Huh?
You say that.
Nah, Ubisoft actually, with the exception of like Assassin's Creed, tend to like long develop most of their properties. Like they give a good at least 3 years between certain things. Assassin's Creed is the only game really when you think about it, well, other than Just Dance, that they annualize. Like people try to stretch them, but yeah, no, they actually chill. They're pretty chill on their development.
I can't wait.
Yeah, no, can't wait to see some more of the stuff that they got. But I guess that wraps it up. So you can go gush over day 9 and these, chuckleheads.
I'm not gushing over nothing. I'm happy.
He's your Kojima. You're his
no, that's the difference between me and other people. It's like he's a good content creator. Go watch his content.
He's your Kojima.
PC gaming show is literally just like Tekken games. Y'all just mad because it's not what y'all want. I would rather a company come out and tell you.
No, I just think it's horrible. But again,
about themselves.
That presentation is big, and I just feel like presentation.
It's not a talk show this year.
Yes, so I kind of see they got rid of the couch. They're just standing and talking.
Thing has been rolling. Thing has been going pretty consistently.
Yeah, it has. It's been.
It's not. They're not letting devs wax poetic for 15 to 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, whatever. It's a show. I had to rewatch it so I can like give a more honest assessment. Because hey, if it is done with a better presentation, I'm good. Although I like what they're showing. What is this they're showing? What processor or graphics card are they showing? Curious.
I don't know.
Oh no, they're talking about the engine for Just Cause. Okay. No, this isn't trolling. Like, first I started off practice. Cool. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this. Thank you to everybody who showed up, watch. Hope you did enjoy the Ubisoft. Now we're just waiting for Sony to end this night. We got a couple of hours.
Part of me wants to make a call, but I feel like I'm gonna be. The people are literally gonna think that I'm straight up a Microsoft show.
Make a call.
People are gonna be mad disappointed.
I don't know.
Super disappointed by the Sony thing.
I don't know, because looking back, people aren't happy with Microsoft now. Like the consensus is Microsoft wasted a show. Which I woke up to that this morning and I'm confused as hell.
So really you don't want shows, you just want like them to talk about what you like. I just am getting annoyed. Like I'm annoyed with the idea that people are more are so much. They're more concerned with fucking people. What the fuck? They just want to hear what they already know about.
No, actually, from what I've gotten from podcasts as well as just internet chatter, everybody feels like all Microsoft did was like make you want to play on the PC or PS4 more. They did nothing to help themselves, so therefore it was
fun fact. Them making you want to play on PC is helping them. Like that is a legit aggravation of mine.
But no, it's like it's one crowd's like you're just making the PC better, or then another crowd's like you just showed a bunch of stuff that's going to be on PlayStation, which people already got, and nobody's going to buy it. Basically, the narrative is nobody's going to buy an Xbox.
So everybody out there,
that's why you're horrible. That's why your show is horrible.
Really quickly, because you bought one of their consoles, you're not an investor. Did you see something that looked fun? Enjoy it. It's getting on my fucking nerves. Like, why people care more about the sales of the console they're fucking.
I mean, me like looking at it from a business perspective. Yeah, I feel that way, but at the same time, like from a personal perspective, I just saw a bunch of great games. So.
I feel like the way I look at it is this: the reason why Microsoft continues to impress me is because I'm a PC gamer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From your personal perspective, like me, but yeah, it's
my thing is. So I've been having this thought the entire time since hearing about Microsoft's conference, right? Is that it feels like people are looking for they're like, hey, yeah, it looked cool, but I'm not going to use this as an excuse to buy the thing. Like the idea people can't say like, I don't want to buy an Xbox. They're looking as like, I want a reason to buy an Xbox, but I don't have one yet. And I'm going to keep making jokes at the expense of not having one yet to buy, like to make me want to buy it, or just being like, hey, I don't want to buy an Xbox. That's whatever.
Yeah. But okay, look, I get it. Most of these people who make these arguments do it because they're just fanboying. Yeah. But like somebody like me or some journalist from their perspective, I totally get it because what are these press conferences for? Let's be honest. It's to encourage you to invest in these companies' products.
I feel like for a long time that was the case. Where it's like
still is. It never will.
I mean, the thing is, it's a showcase, right? Yes, they want you to buy it, but we're at a point within the quote unquote console war, the console generation, where they're not trying to sell consoles anymore.
Yes, they are. Until they can find a way to push you, which Microsoft is making ways to push you off there. But until like it stops becoming a viable source of income, they're going to want you to buy it. Let's be honest. Now, I think
I think what they're saying is if
like again, like I've said before, I think Microsoft is trying to get out of that business.
But no, I think rather like you're saying get out in the sense of, to me, it's more like they're opting for a third part. Like
you know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're trying to get out of gaming. I'm trying to say they're trying to get out of producing a box to make money within this realm.
I think rather than doing that, like Microsoft Microsoft has decided to, and with the announcement of the Xbox One, they kind of made it clear they're saying fuck the hardcore, just the straight up hardcore demographic. We're done fighting for only the hardcore console demographic. We're going to expand the demographics at which we target to cover PC players, to cover people that are looking for an entertainment box. Yes, we're still going to have stuff for hardcore people, but that's not the only people we're going to cater to.
I think initially, yes. But once they realize that this is not what is going to work for them, because honestly, if this is what you were going to do, you wouldn't have shut down the movie studio. You wouldn't have stopped adding different, you wouldn't have stopped plugging certain services, and you wouldn't be scaling to this. Hey, we're doing games as a service more, and you wouldn't have said openly, we prefer to do games as a service. I think at one point it was their strategy, and then when it got immediate blowback for some reason, they jumped off it. I've been on record as saying like they should have stuck to their fucking script because they weren't trying, like you said, at the beginning of the generation, they were not trying to be a competitive gaming hardware company. They were trying to expand to a multimedia system, a multimedia brand. Period.
I feel like there's this idea that it goes back to the hardcore gamer thing where people feel like I feel like they go heavy on Sony because they feel like somehow Sony is the company for gamers. And it's like the idea of like, or people are just showing video games and it's not that fucking serious.
It really is to them. Like, not to you, but to these companies. I mean, to the people who do this, they're looking at it as a serious aspect from just I'm a fanboy and I need my thing to dominate. But from a business prospect, no. Yeah, certain companies are looking at like Sony needs the PlayStation to be looked at as the one place for gaming because right now that one place for gaming strategy is uplifting their company as a whole as the most profitable entity. So yeah, they have to market it that way, and they will continue to market it that way. Microsoft, like I said always, they don't have to. And like again, they can get out of making the box because the box is not making them money. The software is. And they realize that.
Yeah.
For their business portfolio, yes, I do think that it's a lot more and again, this is just me thinking from business strategy point, not even the whole just gaming thing. It's like for their business portfolio, yes, it is a wiser thing to do what they're doing and make these announcements like we're trying to give cloud services so you can provide our stuff to all different platforms. Yeah, and like why should we be the ones to spend the money? There's enough things out here that are good enough to play our stuff on without us investing in all this R&D and shit like that. We can make the transition. We just need to hold on long enough so that you can buy into the brand. I think honestly, if the Microsoft store was in a better place, hell yeah, they wouldn't have made that announcement about a new Xbox. Because they have the ability through different devices that they don't make themselves to fucking profit.
My frustration comes from the fanboyism, just ultimately.
Yeah, no, I agree with you with the fanboy argument side of it. It's dumb.
Like, as much as people can say, "Well, last night I was talking shit about Bethesda," I was talking shit about how Bethesda released information. If you go back and watch that, I never once said any of their shit looked bad.
Yeah, no.
It was just the way they went about showing it annoyed me, which is the only thing to me that separates like that you can really make distinctions of in a conference. How much stuff did they show and what did they show?
Yeah, no, even though I was sat this morning was like sitting here like shaking my head like, am I wrong to think about Microsoft being a good conference? I'm not wavering on what I said about it being an A. It was a solid conference. They showed what they games, they gave content.
They're showing a game like Theme Hospital, by the way, right now.
Yeah, I know. I heard of that earlier this year, and I can't wait for that game to come out. I remember when they showed them. I forgot where they showed it at, but I remember when they made the announcement for that shit. And I was like, oh, because you know who makes it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people from Bullfrog. Yeah,
but keep going.
Bullfrog and places. You know I'm gonna get that shit, but no, I totally get like the disdain for the way the argument, because the argument is always framed in this is why Sony's killing this person. When for me, it's not an argument or like why people are killing this person. It's just like what it's what I see from a business perspective. Maybe it's because I'm in business school now and I just see this shit more.
But that's my thing is if you're my thing is you can. I feel like you can have a you should be able to have a conversation about like saying like, hey, from a business perspective, blah, blah, blah. That's fine.
I need my man to get his head back though.
Like from a business perspective, I think that's fine.
Okay. He got his head back. Why is it called Turtle Head? What the fuck? Sorry, this game
because it went inside his body.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's like,
but like my frustration, I guess, comes from
monobrow patient. Oh my god.
my frustration just it's this idea of, and it goes to just the internet and YouTube and all this shit. Everybody has tried to become a critic, and everybody has tried to become an analyst. And it's not just about, hey, that game looks fucking cool.
Yeah.
That game looks
I know.
dope.
I mean, no, like I've said before, I think these companies want to compete, but on a certain level. It's just like, yeah, I need to have a level of interest in my product over yours to, you know, in order to make what I need to make. Yeah, I know. But at the same time, I think they also all understand, like, hey, part of the reason why we're able to profit off of competition is because we have it. And without it, we're not going to like survive. And so, no, I don't want you to die. Sure. I like being able to run into you and laugh. I'm sure.
That's not how most people are handling
it. Phil Spencer like to say, like, yeah, you see this game, how good it's gone. You know, oh yeah, well,
it's you and your boy being like, I got you this time.
You know what I mean? It's that. But it's not like some cutthroat, I'm going to murder you thing like gamers like to make it out. Like they do between each other.
That's the issue is like I've always been like, when we talk about like the best conference, it's something that like I get that people like it seems the best conference is who can pander to who better versus like who actually has an entertaining show that does something really like that's the difference. But that's the subjective nature of it. I want a show that's going to show a bunch of interesting shit. A lot of people just want, hey, like, just show me a bunch of shit. Like, we're going to probably get God of War DLC tonight. We're going to probably get a bunch of shit because that's what Sony does.
Please, for the love of God, let me kill Thor.
Sony is going to pander to us.
I didn't know, not Thor, because Thor has to be God of War 3 murder. Him and Odin, I got killed in that.
Sony is going to pander, and that's fine. They should. I guess the frustration just ends up coming from like if we're gonna have the conversation about,
I don't think you have an issue with what these companies are doing. I just think you have an issue with how people are.
Yeah, it's the idea. It's the idea of if people are gonna have a conversation about who had the best conference, then don't just like fall to bias immediately. If you're gonna be an analyst, analyze.
Well, it's not just bias, but people are also very of the moment too much too. So it's something that we can sit and like, talk like until Sony starts. So let's stop before we run into the Sony con.
We've been going for another hour and a half.
I guarantee you I can talk about that shit because again,
yeah, like, I could talk about the psychology behind E3.
Yeah. The psychology behind gaming and just products, period, and the way people view things. You know, but because again, being in business, I'm actually about to take a business sociology class too. So I'm gonna get work.
And so
I apologize in advance. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, let's go rest, get ready for Sony and see what they got coming. Diablo 4 piece. I want to see that. But anyway. Anything in closing before I shut this shit down? I'm excited for the crew too. I know.
It's frustrating. Like I'm frustrated because this idea of like the idea to me is that a company can get on stage, show a bunch of games, and people's complaint is, well, they didn't try to sell me something.
Yeah, like I said, I acknowledge that I felt like it did nothing to make me want an Xbox, but I don't care. You showed me shit that I want, and you showed good games, and your presentation was good to me. You did a good show. I'm not going to shit on you because you didn't do what I think you should do. Like you said, I'm going to take your show for what it is. And it was a good show. It was a good show. I don't know what's wrong. It was a bad show. It was a good show. Shit. Calm down, people. Calm down. Anyway, I would go ahead and sign out and let him go calm down. Thank you for watching again, and we will see you during Sony's press conference. So we can close out this. Well, no, we're not done with the madness because we got Nintendo tomorrow. Shit. That's going to be even a worse internet reaction. God, I love gaming. I just don't love gamers. Fuck y'all. Anyway, we're out of here, y'all. See you later. Peace.